And we back with another Rock Boys Wrestling Pod out here doing it dolo, of course. Dave's still in Jamaica, but he'll be back next week. Let's believe. Hey. This is episode number I think 43. 43. Yeah, 43. And we here just you know what I'm saying, I'm your host, the King Man. Bringing here live and direct straight from the States. Either way, we here today to give you SmackDown for March 28th, 2025. Again, 328. Everybody know what that date means to me, especially wearing this here right now. Great day. Solid SmackDown. Solid SmackDown. So, I mean, it's just what it is, So it's like, we're gonna go kind of like down segments and everything, kind of go down, do everything we need to go through. We're gonna make sure to give y'all a good show. You know what it is. So it's like, just is what it is. We're gonna do what we can do. You know what I'm saying? Of course, this is the last show overseas for SmackDown. We're back in the States next week, which means Dave's back in the States next week. So we just do what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Make it happen when we can make it happen. That's just how we're gonna give it to you. Shout out to Cuppy. Cause you see the Stephanie Valkyrie background. Like again, I'm gonna give love and show flowers when we can show flowers every day. But definitely shout out to Cuppy wrestling wallpapers. Again, if y'all don't have it, again, I'll make sure we put it at the end of this video to make sure that y'all, even probably in the description, you know, YouTube, everything like that, at Cuppy Wrestling Wallpapers is where you'll find them at. Again, dope artwork. Definitely look to collab sometime soon. You never know. Rock Boys might actually get some work on with the man over there doing that stuff. But yeah. So yeah, I got a lot of notes going on. So I mean, a lot of shit that's cooking, bro. I'll tell you the fact that we're in for Mania, bro. Start off with Cody and Randy. So I love this segment from Randy. I didn't necessarily like it too much from Cody. Cody's bland. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that by all means. And so it's not necessarily going to. It's not going to deliver to me too well. But Randy coming out and selling the story of Cody, even selling the fact that he made it up in AEW. He didn't necessarily make it too subtle what he was talking about. Definitely felt great from Randy to even do that. I mean, he put him over tremendously. Love that. Love the fact that like Randy gets his shit gets his shit off when he wants to get his shit off. And like again, he's not necessarily, he doesn't have to cut promos for me. I don't even like him to do too many promos. I like Randy as a killer just come through and just knock everything the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? It's just what he does. But yeah, love that. I love the fact he took a little shot at Cena, and then he also made it clear the fact that he's gonna be coming for number 15 at some point. Like, by no means is that off the table for Randy in his legacy. And will we see it? Maybe next year. Because I think there's going to be a certain run with a person that you can't see with that title. I think we're definitely getting number 17. As much as they're building the fact that Cody's going to win, because of course that's what Randy's saying, that Cody's going to win, it's all the more reason why Cena's getting that 17. Orton could very well get 17, get 15 off of Cena. Never know. But at the same time, Cody will be losing that title at Mania. Sorry guys, it's happening. Not a prediction at all. Definitely a spoiler. I don't care what you say about it. Fight me. But yeah, but I actually love the fact that Drew came out. I love Drew coming out and really delivering everything that he's ever said. Shit.
Hey, bro.
Shit.
Hey, bro. I couldn't leave you on for too long, man.
Yeah, I can see.
I couldn't leave you on for too long, cuz, man.
As y'all see, Dave, the CEO Coles, has made his appearance straight from Kofi Kingston line.
Yeah, I'm down here. Down here trying to find Coastal King cousins.
Good thing I'm not down there because they definitely would have thought it was him.
Nah.
Except I got my mustache.
Yeah, but get ready for the, the cold relationship pod. We're gonna have a a full vlog of where we at and what we doing and all that good stuff. Celebrating the
Dave
1 year.
out here putting out the plugs before even again. He make it seem like he about to bounce out right now.
I ain't gotta jump out on you.
Sound like he about to get in the damn water.
Oh yeah.
Hey, just don't drop your phone, bro.
Hey, it's waterproof.
You say that now.
Jamaican good. Jamaican very good.
Jamaican good is what he's saying. Jamaican good.
But nah, I definitely watch SmackDown.
You watch SmackDown?
Watch SmackDown.
So I was just kind of delivering the whole first segment. I mean, what parts were good to you though?
Parts is good to me is I'm glad Ray Phoenix is coming.
Oh, yeah.
Ray Phoenix is coming. I like it. He's coming to SmackDown. So he's not going to be immediately right with Pentagon, which is cool. I'm good with that. Vignette was dope though. The vignette was super dope.
Definitely was. Definitely was. I was saying I like the fact that it's going to be the first show back in the States.
Right.
That he's there. They waited for that, which is really cool. They didn't necessarily bring him over there, which could have been not necessarily a waste, but at the same time, I'm happy that they waited off until they got back home to bring him on the show.
Yeah, they know he'd get more of a crowd reaction back home in the States for sure.
Where does he fall into the show?
Probably after the open segment, they'll probably have him show come out just like they did with Penta that day when he appeared.
Who do you think he goes against?
You know, I love to see him go against
Oh,
him.
oh, Melo. I think he's gonna go against Santos.
Santos is good too, or even Charlotte Flair ex-husband.
Andrade. Reason I don't say Andrade because of the segment that they had in the backstage. And yo, we just gonna be jumping around. Yeah, like we can jump around, it's fine. But yeah, I think they're gonna have him go against Santos because Santos saying like, yo, if you want to be the leader, you want to be El Jefe, go ahead and show Los Garza how to be El Jefe.
Right.
I think that's where Santos fucks up against Ray.
Right.
Which should be dope. Which should be a dope way to get in there.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. I mean, no matter what, they're gonna push you. They're gonna push you for it.
Do you think it's funny how they're putting I'm gonna say it, they're putting Mexicans against Mexicans?
But that's how you get that whole. That's how you build up your luchador. WCW did the same thing back in the day.
I got you. The filthy animals.
They just missing a Conan. They missing like a true Conan style person.
They are, and like for like I sometimes wish that that Conan did show up on WWE. Maybe within like Dom Mysterio's like program. There was like that. It would be dope.
They had that nostalgia.
I mean, they tried to do it with a certain homie.
Yeah.
But you see, he got 5 years.
Yeah.
Cain Velasquez, if y'all don't know what we're talking about.
Listen, we all would have done 5 years for what that person was doing to his family. So
it's just true. It's just true. Very true.
Very true. Some things are just
some things you don't even gotta talk about. Yeah. Some things don't even gotta talk about.
He'd be home before the 5 years anyway. So.
No, definitely. Shit, we can talk right. I mean, hey.
Yeah,
I start next day.
Yeah. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time.
Yes, sir.
Naomi killed it in that backstage promo. I love how she really saying her piece in a lot of things, bro. She even had the tears, and I like how she switched it from the sorrow to really putting her business, like standing on business. Shout out to the caution tape again. If a lot of people don't understand that, that's almost like the Owen Hart type thing. Owen Hart used to wear that back in the day when they used to call him a nugget. He was a part of the Nation of Domination. So, you know, it's little things like that where they always tapping back into the past, and I love it for that because this is an homage to one of the greatest, Owen Hart. Yeah. So what you think about that vignette they put out about her?
I liked it. I mean, it made sense. Again, her rocking caution tape, letting that be a big thing as far as her attire. It's definitely an homage to Owen and all that. But I mean, I definitely think it's a good way to get her character going. Even to like the fact of her attacking B Fab. I mean, like Meechin and then B Fab too. I think it's a good warm up for, because I mean, obviously, we're going to get next week. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's a good warm up. It's a good way to test that out again. Get the reaction. Uh, get do his job again. Of course, bring out Jade. Have Jade, of course, kind of try to defend her honor, and everything like that. Say as a babyface, it's working for both parties.
It is.
It's working for both parties. It's not. I mean, the only person that's not necessarily winning from that situation is B-Fab. Because in all honesty, are you going to care more about B-Fab this week than you did last week? No,
But
to
they're
be
making her
honest.
a sympathetic figure.
I mean, yeah, but all right.
I mean, that's what
We'll
they're
see at
doing.
the next
They're
week.
making it.
Yeah, no. That's what I said. Like, it's not making you care more. It's that you definitely see the angle that they're trying. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean, that's definitely that. What
All
else you
right.
got for me, Dave?
So one more thing. You can tell UFC is involved with WWE now. Matt actually mentioned this maybe like 2 pods ago of like putting in matches like into the Hall of Fame. So shout out to them for actually doing it with Stone Cold and Bret Hart. I love it. The WrestleMania 13 match, the double turn match. If people don't understand, go watch it. It's one of
Mm-hmm.
the classics. So now
Mm-hmm.
they're putting in matches into the Hall of Fame along with people. And what that does is, in my opinion, that shows the greatness of storytelling that we're going to see, because we know Taker going to be in there. We know Michael's definitely going to be in there, especially like,
That match got to be in there
yeah. So like, if they just keep it Mania matches, which I don't believe they got to go more than just Mania matches, because there's other pay-per-views that put out some of the greatest matches that we love as well.
for sure.
But I think in the beginning they're gonna just hit at Mania matches, and be honest with you, that's one of the best Mania matches of all time, right there.
I got a match that I want to ask you about that could possibly go in there.
What's that?
SummerSlam 2002, The Rock versus Brock. Does that go in there?
That goes in there once the whole Rock situation gets quiet and settled down, and out of sight, out of mind. Eventually it goes in there. But I believe for the first couple times they do this, they're gonna keep it Mania matches,
Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. So I mean,
because
all right. I mean, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let you. I got my question
no,
afterwards.
yeah, yeah. What I was about to say was, because really, if the fans wasn't so against him right now, the match that you should have put in first was Andre Giant versus Hulk. For
Mm,
nostalgia, purposes, we all know
mm,
WrestleMania 3 meant to the company. It saved the company. You know, Vince McMahon put everything on the line for WrestleMania 3. So in
mm,
reality, it should have been the first match in. But
mm.
with the fans not really dealing with Hulk Hogan right now, it makes sense.
I would say they also didn't want to say make a Vince move for the first one.
That's true too. That's true too. But
You
hold
know
on,
what I
hold on,
mean?
hold on. But
I mean, but I know Austin and Brett is also it's a Vince move, right? Great, but I mean, like you think about it, it's like just the era as a whole, and not necessarily saying that Triple H isn't a part of it, but he did have a big role, prominent role within that era. You know what I'm saying? And so I mean, like that's why I feel as though like it was definitely a Triple H nod.
yes,
Even putting that match in like that is a Triple H nod, because say we're moving away from the traditional way of doing Hall of Fame.
because they missing out on so many people that need to be Hall of Famers. So now it's just like, now think about it. Austin is technically a 2-time Hall of Famer now. Where Hart is the first
That
ever 3-time.
that was gonna be my question.
So it's just
So
like,
that was gonna be my question to it. Like, does this like officially make them like multi-time
yes,
Hall of Famers just with matches? Much like again, like it's different when you have like Triple H by itself and Triple H with
yeah.
DX. You know what I mean? Because now he'll be a 2-time this year. If I'm not mistaken, Shawn Michaels is a 2-time as well now, right? I
And
mean,
Nash is too. Scott
Kevin,
Hall, Hogan.
yeah, yeah, and like it's crazy. Like now I really think about it, like like Triple H not necessarily. I mean, like of course he would always want to put himself last anyway, but yeah, that's wild. I just really thought about that stuff. Like
Like Taker, like how many Mania matches can we put in there, especially the latter run of Taker's before he lost the streak and all that? Like Taker gonna be like a 20-time Hall of Famer. I ain't even being
I don't,
funny.
they ain't gonna put them all in there.
I'm just saying, but if you think about it, the Michaels trilogy, Triple H trilogy, the Batista, that shit was a man. Me and you love that one. Like
Edge,
Edge. Once Brock Lesnar get his shit cleaned up, the Lesnar one. I don't want them to necessarily.
His match against Giant Gonzalez ain't getting in there, though.
Even though he still deserved a pay. He still deserved a paycheck for that match.
The one against I even say like the one against Kane probably ain't going.
Which one? The first
20.
one or the second one? I like the
20.
first one. The first one deserved it.
The 20 won't though. They'll culminate 20 with the first one.
So what they do is they probably do like a trilogy. Like if you got multiple, like Rock and Stone Cold, they had three WrestleMania matches. They'll probably put all three of them in there together.
They definitely will.
Oh, and the same thing with Taker and Kane, and then they'll also incorporate Paul Bearer because he was definitely a big part of that. You got because Paul Bearer was definitely a big part of that, especially trade on him, and then again in 20 when he comes back, and when he came back, he actually was on Taker's side, and he was going against Kane, so Paul Bearer definitely gets a nod and all that.
For sure,
making that happen.
For sure.
But yeah, I do like this. That's definitely what UFC does. UFC's been doing that for years, putting in matches, putting in fights instead of like just putting in just a performer.
I got another one for you. Do you see these three men going in the Hall of Fame for the match that they're about to put on at Mania?
If it holds up, yes. You got
Roman, Punk, and Seth.
They are all individual Hall of Famers by themselves. They all goats around much more people, especially for the modern people. And if this match pulls off the way it needs to, and it goes off the way we pray it does, it definitely will be in the Hall of Fame for sure. Because think of the names that you have. You have Punk, and you have fucking Roman, and you have goddamn Seth. So yeah, all of them multi-time champions. All of them carried the company at one point. Think about that. All three of them carried this company at one point, bro. Like crazy. Babyface, heels, they done it all. So that's why I say, I'm with you, bro. Like when it comes down to it, they will. If this match holds up, now it got a lot. Oh, there were the wife back there. Say hi, babe.
Hi, babe.
But nah, yeah. So speaking about that, then I'm about to jump off, bro. You go ahead, you finish the show by yourself. The last segment of the night: Punk, Roman, Seth. Shout out to just the whole aura that Roman brings when he comes out, bro.
Buddy.
That sat at the head of the table. Sat there. Talked his shit. The most calm, cool. I felt like he watched The Godfather before he came out there, bro. He was on his he was on his shit, bro.
The Godfather since he became tribal chief.
I'm with you, but I'm saying I just felt like the aura, the way he was sitting there and just like he didn't let nothing phase him. He didn't care about nothing. Like acknowledge me, all that. Like he was just in his like swag that whole segment. Like I felt it. Then Paul just being him taking the knee next to him, like almost treating him like a demigod, like for real, bro.
The subtle things. It's
always the subtle things with Paul. We all know Paul gonna always do stuff like that. But Seth coming out saying his piece, that was the dopest shit. Like telling Roman like you messing up by messing with Punk again. He really reiterated what he said the other week, but he said it to his face now. So it was like,
yes.
And then he like, man, we came to this company together, blah blah blah. And then he kept saying we. Roman said it ain't been we for a long time, brother. It's just been I. You know what I mean? Exactly. So you gotta think about the stuff that they're doing, and then Punk coming out, right? Now I ain't gonna lie, he had me with this one, bro. Punk comes out, and the emotion, he wore the emotion walking out of the ring. You knew he was excited to have this main event. Night one.
It's definitely
night one. Sorry, Jay. Sorry, the women. But we know who the two main event for Mania is this year. We got Cena, Cody night 2, and we got the triple threat for night 1.
Well, I tell you.
Yeah, you definitely called it. But I mean, at one point you was saying the women needed one, but Triple H, hey, he gonna go with the money.
It's all good with that one. I mean, again, they're getting their own PLE.
Yeah, so yeah, that make up for it.
No offense.
But back to that, back to what I'm saying. So even with Punk ringing through and Paul hitting at it, it's in there. You're night 1, and then him like Punk cried, bro.
Loved it.
And Paul Heyman cried. They were sitting there. They had a moment. That was a real legit moment because like I know I understand CM Punk did a lot of things when he left the company and all that, but he definitely deserved to be a WrestleMania main eventer, bro. And I understand when people say, Wrestling Taker at the time is a main event, but it's not if it ain't the finish, we don't consider it the main event. You gotta close the night out. I understand Taker is one.
It's a main event vibe,
Right.
but it should have been a main event. I get
Right.
you.
Right. Yeah. So with that being said, I feel like it's definitely a good thing that Punk is getting this. The emotion he wore, like I said, he wore it on the sleeve, man. And the promo he cut afterwards, and then he still this still they got us. Triple H is getting us still, bro, because it's not the favorite.
No, I honestly think the favorites is going to be announced next week. Next week they're in Chicago.
Okay.
I think it's announced next week.
What you believe the favorite is?
I think it's definitely going to involve Paul in the title. I think it's going to involve the title.
So he gonna guarantee he gonna get a guaranteed title match.
I think that's what it's going to involve. You know what I mean? But like you said, like Paul saying this to Punk was literally everything that we needed. You know what I'm saying? It was probably the feel good moment of the night, I would say. Just because of the fact that it drew out raw emotion from everybody. If it didn't draw raw emotion out from you, it definitely drew raw emotion out from Punk. We seen that for sure.
It was legitimately crying.
Yeah. And then again, I would definitely say Seth, the way he reacted was another. It's pure gold. Like this is literally cinema going on right.
Yeah, this is gym shit right here. This is gym. Like this is a gym all the way around the whole segment. And even when he even thanked them, he thanking his trial. I thank you, my travel to you. I'm like, what's going on that with this?
Yo, Roman again. Don't thank them. Thank me.
Like, and then Roman with his little checklist, the way he's saying, "Oh, check it off. I'm here, y'all." Check.
Bro.
I mean, I know Matt jumped into a little bit more. Like I said, I'm just here say what's up to everybody and everything. Oh, one more thing I want to touch on before I jump off, cause WrestleMania is not sold out and they're struggling to sell tickets right now. Too.
We know why.
Don't blame Jey Uso. I
hate people blaming him too.
Yeah, I hate this. I think now, because now we officially have the matches in order, and now as the cards start to roll out, we will see. And another thing, them tickets too damn goddamn high.
That's why.
Tickets is goddamn.
That is why ticket sales are not necessarily, they are very expensive.
Yeah, in Vegas, and we all know Vegas is not the cheapest place to be.
No.
Hotel.
First of all, yup, you broke it down right. There you go.
Yeah, hotel, flight, and then they got the we got the Hall of Fame award, Hall of Fame show. We got Stand and Deliver.
Four shows.
Yeah, we got Stand and Deliver. Then we got the Slammies, and then we got Raw and SmackDown on top of that. So it's like y'all really putting a lot. And then of course all the other indie promotions that are showing up to Vegas as well. So yeah, the ticket prices is really costing. They said this is the lowest WrestleMania attendance since 20. I forgot what it is. WrestleMania 24 or something like that. 22.
Okay.
WrestleMania 20. Yeah, so they saying that right now it's not looking to be a sellout, which is very disappointing when you have these names that's in the ring going at it this year. So yeah, we gonna see what Mania does, bro.
Roman said it best. The reason why business picked up, the reason why we went to Netflix, the reason why ticket sales were selling out.
He was in the main event.
Not even just that, he was also the champion. Who's the champion right now?
Yeah, I think. With that being said, cuz, go ahead. You had the rest of the show. Holla at y'all on Monday. I might jump in again. And then after Monday, we back to normal schedule. I'm off of vacay.
You see, Dave couldn't enjoy his vacay without coming here, just making an appearance for y'all.
I had to make a little pass to the city. Yeah.
He missed it, y'all. He missed it.
Yeah.
That's
So let's have a good show. I'll holla at you.
All right, bro. So yeah, no, about that, I loved it. Like again, I kind of dated it up, but like the promo that Punk really cut that night was definitely superb. Again, I had bubblegum. I came here chewing bubblegum, to chew bubblegum, and to sign a contract. And I ain't got no more bubblegum. Gold. But this main event is going to feed families. I love the fact that Seth went down the memory lane of the Shield. Again, then putting Undertaker through a table, all that stuff. Again, this stuff works with the right people. You don't necessarily get certain shit off like this without having certain pieces in position. And it delivered. It delivered. I love the fact Punk came out with security. He was the only one that came out with security. Again, because they knew for the fact this motherfucker come out. Oh shit, here we go again. You know what I mean? So him and Seth, shit about to hit the fan. But definitely, I think the favorite, like I said to Dave, I think the favorite is going to be announced next week in Chicago. I think Punk is going. Him doing it at home will mean a lot more than what it would mean in the O2 Arena. No offense to London, but again, it's Punk's hometown. It's Punk's turf. Why wouldn't he announce it there? You know what I mean? It just makes sense. But let's go back to the segment I was kind of talking about earlier. Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, of course. With that one, of course, Drew coming out, that's rest stop, and like, he kind of announced the fact that he was like, again, I think the first UK champion, the first undisputed UK champion, which makes perfect sense for him. Again, it's not Universal, it's a undisputed champion. Ends up being a I didn't realize it as much, but yo, give Drew a mic, and again, he's gonna land a mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a mine out there, bro. It's a minefield. Dude's gonna set this shit on fire, and that's what he did. Um, Even to the point where he just said some shit that like we kind of been saying for a little while, but I think I got a new name for it. I ain't gonna call him. You know what I'm saying? The dominatrix version of Undertaker. I'm gonna call him Timo Undertaker. I laughed my ass off hearing that shit. Cause like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yeah. Drew's definitely listening to the internet. Well, listen to the comments. He was give you a striking, you know what I'm saying, rebuttal. Hit you with a nasty comeback. No dead. But say like, he definitely gets shit off. That's just how it works. You know what I mean? Drew's that guy. It sucks for the fact he's not necessarily in the title picture, but it makes sense why he's not in the title picture. And I mean, for him to do that, again, it's perfect. And we kind of just jump into his match. Again, that match that he had with Randy, of course, we love that match. We love to see them go back and rehash the old rivalries that were there before, and just kind of just talk about like certain shit that they do. What that one was definitely not a doozy to ever miss. If you guys have ever, excuse me, if you guys have missed that opportunity and you didn't have the opportunity of seeing it live, you could always go back and rewatch it. We all know Peacock definitely gives you the ability to stop playing, go do it. But yeah, that match, of course, ending with, of course, Randy Orton coming out, and of course, distracting Randy to the point where it's like, well, security first of all was weird because I didn't like the fact that security waited until Kevin jumped over the barricade to all of a sudden interfere with Randy because they should have stopped him earlier, right? But either way, it's fine. Of course, Drew hits him with the fucking Claymore. 1, 2, 3. Good match. Solid. Probably the best. Probably the best one of the night. And only because of the fact that it definitely got his shit off. Definitely did what it's supposed to do. Of course, just building up Kevin, and of course building up Randy. Of course, and let Drew look strong. So therefore, Drew keeping his eye on the prize for once is definitely what they did. And of course, it's all up to one point because of course he took his eye on the prize when it came to withstand Damian Priest attacking him. In the backstage, love to see this happen because this also made Damian Priest look strong. And it's needed because again, it's like when it comes to Damian Priest, it's like he's not the sharpest on the mic, but he's not a slouch. He's not the smoothest in the ring, but he's a worker. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. Um, I love the fact is like he definitely did his shit. Like I mean, first put the one dude through the table, and then even choke slam. I mean, giving this South of Heaven to um to Drew on the actual windshield. I wholeheartedly believe, and you know when it happens, when I believe in make these matches, it's gonna be a street fight at Mania. I think those two have built up that stipulation up pretty well. Again, attacking each other from behind, and then of course, you know what I'm saying, it just being gritty and being necessary. They haven't necessarily caught any bloodshed yet, and I think Drew will be the one to bleed the most. But I definitely feel it's gonna be a street fight. That's what happened. What night does it happen? Don't ask me that. Not yet. Not yet. But I definitely see those two having a street fight type of ordeal go down. Um, it'll be fine. Again, like it fits the bill. It fits the bill for them. Again, it gives two dudes some hard hitting shit. Um, and it gives them exactly what you need to do. When it comes down to matter of fact, all right, that'd be opposite of Kevin and Randy. I say that because again, that one it's not gonna be unsanctioned, but it's gonna be a brutal one. You know what I mean? You don't want to have those two type matches the same night. So let's say Orton and Kevin will be night two. Drew and Damon be night one. And that's how you book that one. And it seems like the right move. Seems like the right move. I might change it next week. Just let me cook on that. All right. Um, but yeah, uh, we talked about the Of course, you always talk about the Naomi and everything like that. Like I said, the only one that's kind of really like taking a downfall for that is BFAB. BFAB is on the losing end of that stick, just because the simple fact it's like, all right, have we really changed our impression of her? No, because like at the end of the day, she is still going to be viewed and used kind of like a jobber. Um, and it's all because of the fact she still needs more polished work in the ring. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want her to be the Alicia Fox where it's very like calculated, very like, all right, 1, 2, 1, 2 type match. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be like it's segmented, like it's broken down. This part, this part, this part, this part. It doesn't flow as well as it should. Um, but it happened. I mean, and so like I love the fact that a lot of fans were behind because I'm just going into the match, but they were behind me at the end. Michin has definitely showed her worth in the ring, showed that she can work in the ring, and for all of all the losses she may have taken, it definitely seemed like again she's getting better with time. You say even with the crowd again, O2 Arena, like again, hearing her name the way they did last night was definitely a good feel, and of course it works in Charlotte's favor because again, Charlotte's a heel. Her still having the match, even though all that shit happened, that Naomi attacked her, that attacked Michin was still it still happened. You know what I mean? It's definitely again all good feels. It did what it's supposed to do. Uh, I definitely love the fact that Jade came out and during this match. So I think by the summer we get Jade versus Charlotte in some type of fashion. Reason I say that because I feel like she might be a champion, which will also go to the simple fact that I feel like Tiffany Stratton is losing at Mania. You already here. I don't know if it's the first time I've said it, but Tiffany Stratton is not retaining, guys. I don't think she retains. It's just for the fact it's like it's going to build her character up even more, kind of like what Rhea Ripley did. I'm not saying she goes dark and goth, no, because Tiffany's definitely bright and pink. But I definitely feel as though we go that route just to enhance her character even more, to show, and of course to get her over with the crowd a lot more. Again, having Charlotte win her next title. I mean, have her win the title again, take the title away. You definitely don't want that. Fans don't want that. The masses don't want that. But she's a necessary evil champion that would help build another character. You know what I mean? And for all in which Jade is doing, they're definitely going to cross paths very much, very soon. SummerSlam, I'm smelling it. Not spoiler. I mean, not a prediction. Spoiler. Okay. And so, I mean, definitely, something to look forward to. Which kind of gets me to the next one. I mean, of course, like you kind of drift off from tag team titles. You go into the tag team titles that were actually defended tonight. The Profits. I love their music. I love the fact of how they come out now. Like they definitely a little different, darker tone. You know what I mean? Because coming out all black, I'm fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? Take me serious. I'm a contender. As again, rocking fronts, much like his wife did, is a telling story that you've heard here before. Yeah, I know. But yeah, either way, definitely a good match. Solid match. Solid tag team match. I honestly forgot Pretty Deadly's from UK. And y'all gonna kill me for it. I already know it. Yeah. Pretty Deadly's from the UK and they definitely got they got a crazy pop that night. Solid. Solid. And I feel as though like they did they again, like I said, solid match between them. Of course, Street Profits, I'm loving the run that they're on though. And I'm telling you now, they taking the titles to Raw. They go on the Raw. Cause like I said, yeah, because when it gets well. But into another tag match, which was kind of like a doozy. I think they're trying to call him the secret harvest. Again, it's Chelsea Green's cabinet, basically. her security, you know what I'm saying? Alba Fire and Piper Niven versus Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. It's a doozy, all because the fact he knew he was gonna win. I'll just say it now. Um, but I do like Niven and Alba Fire together. I like them because again, they're getting the push they deserve. Them letting go of Isla Dawn, it left you in limbo about Alba. I wasn't sure what they were going to do with her. But I'm happy that they gave her some type of character, some type of role. You know what I'm saying, right now. And of course, excuse me, being under Chelsea Green, who is a star, is definitely a good look. I expected Zelina to come out with them. Again, it's sad to say, like, they're all the shorter wrestlers, the shorter ladies of the Blue Brand. But I expected them to come out there with her, but she didn't. But I mean, I guess it's just to build that up. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But I definitely think Zelina deserves to have this U.S. title. As much as they didn't give it to Michin, I think giving it to Zelina would be cool. I fuck with Zelina a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with her heavy. Like I think she's put in work a lot. She's good on the mic. You know what I'm saying? She cut a promo. And like again, her coming from managerial role to now you know what I'm saying, a woman in the ring is definitely cool. Cool way to go. So yeah. Of course we got like you said, we got Ray Phoenix next week. I think he winds up facing Santos. Again with that segment that involved them. Uh, and again, of course Andrade being there. That luchador style that we definitely get, I think it'll just be a cool one. Of course, Latinos versus Latinos. I said my comment about that earlier. It is what it is. It don't work out. It don't work out. It all do good. Speaking of doing good, this motherfucker Jimmy Uso. Big Jim, and I'm gonna say this to everybody, is underrated. Underrated on the mic, underrated as a person. Kind of think he's underrated in the ring. Jimmy tells great stories in the ring. Like people just don't really realize it. because they just look at his WrestleMania match with his brother last year. Whatever. This match between him and the Miz was the first match in 10 years they had a one-on-one. It's crazy to think about that. Again, since 2015, when they were doing Usos were doing half painted faces. You know what I mean? And Miz is probably still with Morrison, if I'm not mistaken. That's what it was. We haven't seen them two square off in the ring one-on-one. But good match. Not mad at it at all. Jimmy got his shit off. Again, I love the fact that he faked the dive. He faked the dive for all you motherfuckers that want to talk shit about his brother. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Big Jim is Big Jim for a reason. Big Jim is the older brother. Big Jim is the oldest brother. Don't try for a Big Jim. We gotta protect Big Jim by all means, y'all. But nah, loved it. Definitely a good match. Love the fact again he didn't necessarily do the dive. He went back out and just went to the barricade. Fuck it, like you ain't got me fucked up. You gonna move? You know what I'm saying? And then of course he gets the win, but for what he did on the microphone, again, stellar performance. This is he's on a hot streak. This is number 2. This is hot streak number 2 coming from Jimmy, coming for Gunther. No doubt. But again, him sitting there saying he's gonna be Private Gunther, not the Ring General Gunther. Jim's on fire, bro. But I just need him to do one thing for me. I need him to do this. I need him not to do the regular yeet with the crowd. I need him to do the no yeet. Yeah, I'm saying no yeet, bro. Just do that shit, and it'll work perfect. Just so the fact it's like they're not like who's this, who's that. I mean, of course they're not gonna say that now because y'all rocking 2 different colors now. Now you got Jim out here rocking the gray. You know what I'm saying? You got him rocking the t-shirt. I'm saying the top and the bottoms. You got just Jay rocking just a shirt. You know what I mean? Love it though. Love it though. And then we have to talk about little brother and little cousin, which will all pan up after this match. So the Braun versus LA Knight match. This was a throwaway because we knew it was basically gonna be no contest. It's called what it is. This one definitely predicted. You know what I'm saying? You could predict who was gonna win, who wasn't. Braun Strowman won by disqualification just because of the fact that he got attacked by Jacob. Which I smell a triple threat happening next week between those 3. LA Knight, Braun Strowman, Jacob Fatu. LA Knight might win. But Jacob will be getting attacked next week. If not attacked, the title definitely be called. It would definitely cost. Like he won't win the title on the strength of Solo and Tom. Those 2 will more likely interfere and take Jacob out. Building up to their match. As you know, next week is April 4th, which gives us 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So Mania. Best believe that they're going to turn that feud up. You know what I mean? And they're going to turn it up just because they have to. Okay, they want to make it official. They're building it perfectly, I will say. They're also building it for something else. I think that they're building it up for Hikuleo to make his debut. I think Hikuleo makes his debut. Shit, he may be the one to take Jacob out next week. Maybe Jacob and Braun. No, just Jacob. On the strength of Solo. Because the way Jacob told, you know what I'm saying, I could do it with you or without you. To Tama and Solo lets it be known. And again, even the fact that Solo's like, yo, lower your tone. Lower my tone. Fuck is you? Like again, If we weren't on national TV, if we didn't still have kids watch, we'd definitely get, what the fuck you talking to? Fuck you. Fuck out my face. We'll definitely get, but definitely I feel like Hikuleo would align with Solo Sikoa on the strength of just performing the full Kongans. That makes sense. Their match will be night one as well. I think all the NOI family, aside from, will all be involved on night one. Okay. But then again, it could be on night two. That match should be on night two. I would be bad at that on night two. But that's definitely worth it. But yeah, I love the fact, again, Tom and Tonga got to talk a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And Jacob gave us rebuttal. Yo, y'all ain't talk to me as far as what y'all was going to do last week. I had no clue. What you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, it definitely is going to deliver and seal the deal with this match. And I don't think Jacob holds this title yet. It's building it too. Like, the crowd's loving him. We on Rock Boys. We loving him. You know what I mean? Now you got the crowd saying, "Yeah, you know what I mean? Y'all know what I mean?" They saying that easy. All gas, no brakes is a shirt. Easy. You know what I mean? Jacob Fatu's, he's selling. No wrongdoing there. Like, he's definitely selling his merch. It's definitely, again, it's the build in which they knew was going to happen. This is why they delayed him debuting until Solo at least got over a little bit more. You know what I mean? We're loving Jacob the way we're supposed to. We want what we want from Jacob even more. It's like, do we want him to hold gold? I think we do. Do we want him to hold main title gold against Roman? Not yet, but we love the match. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Do we want him going against Cody? Wholeheartedly think we do. And so it's shit like that. We definitely want him away from Solo. Again, the first phase of Jacob taking off is going to be taking out Solo. And we definitely getting that shit. No way around it. But definitely something to look forward to. Definitely look at that for that match next week. The triple threat to be announced. Yeah. I mean, I don't see why not though. You know what I mean? Like that's definitely I want it to be turned up. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong with everything. I'm not wrong. But yeah, definitely good SmackDown. Definitely good SmackDown. Loved everything that went down again from opening segment and even closing segment. You know what I'm saying? Closing matches, and then some of the backstage. There's a lot of backstage segments made SmackDown. So I will say that. Predicted matches in the ring. And so I mean, yeah. But it's Rock Boys for you, bro. I'm your host, Matt. I'm here. Of course, like I said, we're in Chicago next week for Friday. We are I think it's one more show overseas. I'm not sure where they are on Monday. But definitely look forward to talking to y'all. Definitely look forward to seeing y'all again. Push Up product. Look forward for 2011 coming out probably on tonight. To definitely again, I ain't forget about y'all. I'm not gonna forget about y'all. Saying all the plugs that Dave did, I got y'all plugs too. Again, Numbers Over Nonsense will be, hey, let's just say this now. Again, March 31st is Monday. We definitely are back on air. Probably right after Mania. It's right after Mania. We back in Numbers Nonsense. We won't do it Easter Sunday. Talk now. But I think the draft starts the week after. Like, so basically after Easter, we go there. We on fire. But yeah, so definitely look out for product. Make sure you pay attention. Make sure you subscribe. Follow me at last name Coles. Check Davis out. I think it's at King Coles. I'm not sure, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. Either way, and then of course, Reso Fly, check him out too. I make sure I add everybody's Instagram handle in the description. And make sure you, of course, you follow at Rock Boys Network on Instagram. Make sure you follow us on YouTube. Make sure you click subscribe. Again, get the notifications. Let's into your algorithm. Let's into your notification. Again, because we want to deliver product to y'all. We want to make sure that y'all always get it. Shout out again to Cuppy Wrestling Wallpapers for the wallpapers that he does for some of the backdrops that we got, some of the pictures that we got for the pod, to advertise the pod, and of course on YouTube and everything like that. Again, we want to make sure. Again, I give flowers, man. I love giving flowers when they do. And just make sure that you always see. Okay. Okay. With that being said, this is episode. Give me a second. I want to make sure I say it right because I don't want to keep giving y'all bullshit. Saying, pretty sure it's episode 43, but I want to make sure because I don't. You see, I'm doing this dolo because the fact it's like Dave want to go on vacation for his honeymoon. No offense, but it's like, you know what I mean. Now I gotta make sure I say shit right because I don't want to say shit wrong. You know what I'm saying? This is episode number, and I'm stalling. I don't give a fuck. Oh, shout out to every follower. I swear to you, bro. I'm gonna give y'all props every fucking day. So again, we are at 17,700 subscribers right now on YouTube. We want to make sure that you again just keep subscribing, keep pushing our product, keep getting out there. Again, if you got the link and you know your cousin got like to hear shit about wrestling, send it to him. Give it to him. Let him see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but definitely, yeah, that's what episode 43. I'm your host, King Matt. Closing out. I'll catch y'all next week.